Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back. Well, my Blender I was experiencing some crash, maybe too much for my graphic card here, and maybe I'll have to skip this compositing thing, but maybe it was because of YouTube. I was playing another soundtrack there, so maybe too much for the RAM. Maybe now I can do something here. So I'm going to continue here doing some of this presentation, and I'll still try to render, and if it crashes again, then I'll come back and just stick to rigging, right? So it could be that the BSDF is just too much for, but it's just the skin, right? So it shouldn't be a big problem. So what, imagine then if it was composited with the cycles on the other one, right? So if that was the case of cycles, we can see, yeah, let's go for the hardcore thing, right folks? And so where is my nodes here? Home, select all nodes. Okay, there's no nodes here, it needs to be on the other scene. All right, so we see that in this one we can switch here, and we're not seeing anything because we need to render. Let's crash our thing one more time. Alright, so it's not crashing because I think it was YouTube, yeah. So let's see what we can get. It's not this one, right? It's the alpha over. We don't have any alpha over, so let's try to do this. You see how interesting the combination can be, right? This is the CGA effect, right? So it's not even the, so this will be the more realistic, not really, yeah, I mean conceptually, because it's, hold on, some, alright, back. So here, of course I haven't prepared the settings there for being this, but we can do something about this. I have to test out some shading. Where's the shader for the skin? Where it is? There is some Toon BSDF shader, right, for exactly cycles, so why not just use it? Yeah, so go straight for it, color to it. That would be yeah, we don't see good results here, so it will take a while to fix that. I haven't found a solution for pure EV or even neither cycles, so it's just too bad. I just don't know how to do this. This is why I'm relying on the render compositor of this, not here but here. So now I'm gonna save this. I have the Toon shader for its inbuilt cycles thing, a cycles shader node, and you see it's not crashing with compositing on EV. It was just a YouTube crash. So here we just want this to be comparing now the alpha over. So basically what I have is that I'm using either cycles or EV, in this case is cycles, to provide the workbench, fantastic workbench base texture rendering with some effects of lighting and shader nodes for system for certain features, especially around the eyes. What you name it, like some glossy here and there, maybe the lipstick, so metallic, whatever. So you start to get those And so the other thing is the quality of the image texture. So essentially I have image texture on the I mean texture painted on the skin, and that's it. Only on the skin. The rest is all procedural stuff. And then usually very simple stuff, but so yeah, so the principal BSDF for the skin was kind of cool. I liked. And the cycles, I'm not convinced it is required, right? Takes a lot more time to render, but we can get some, yeah, we can play with here some results, right? So Alt V, let's look at this closer and see what kind of effect. Very painterly, right? So here posterize, yeah, we can blow this up. So this is a combination, right, folks? So it doesn't really matter if I provide I don't override too much the workbench, which is the basis for the texture. So this is the strategy. In order to reinforce the image texture for the, I'm using the workbench. It is like as ultra image texture shader for the texture painting. And then the rest is, so here I have more posterizes, more realistic, but less posterizes. Start to get this CGA texture effect, even to some radical results. Yeah, we need to step down this. I think this is the minimum. So I think because it's cycle, so it doesn't allow me to blow up this thing, right? But you see, we can achieve very interesting effects and blow up the saturation, change here, and even so you see by this color here on the, this is affecting way more the lighting. Okay, I think this is a sign of a crashing. Yeah, it's going to crash. Yeah, so that was too much. Okay, apparently I was able to resume this. So there was a message from Endercronium, so I have read before, but maybe it was crashed. So I just appeared here and you were live crash. Yeah, so unfortunately there is some limitations on my computer, but I think now it's yeah. So uh, so I presented the main thing, right, folks? It's not it's surprisingly simple. Of course, simple if we know some of the fundamentals, right, in Blender. So it's not, it's quite tricky. Many things need to be said, but the main idea is that it's make the image texture survive the shader of EV, whether EV or cycles. And yeah, so just so that we can do here, we're gonna keep in EV. It's much simpler, right? So we don't care. And there we go. And just for, let's make some can we make less tests? Why not, right? I apparently I love this this danger crashing here, so my card will survive just a little, so I just can't exaggerate too much. So you see here, this is EV workbench plus EV, right? So unfortunately this is not a great render here regarding the expression, so it's just more for the colors, right? So we have the possibility of switching here. So this is the basal one. You see that on EV I'm using the posterizer effect. So this is why this is very more self-shading, old school game graphics or sort of, but we can augment here and to little avail, right? It will be more changing some of the hue saturation values here, so you can do a lot of things. But when I conceived this posterized thing, it was really to get a super CGA effect, which is here is hard to get for one simple reason, is that this is affecting more the, it's a mix, right? So it is not capable of blowing up the, yeah, it is if I focus on the, right? So this is this garbage self-shading that we get in Blender if we don't do the even though it's quite interesting, so you can still manage to do something of interest here. There's some, so this is more for some review stylized modern art stuff, right? So this is not like in the beginning. It's really, I think, to make art like that, one good art with that, one really needs to have a very sophisticated, a very good sensibility for this, because it's very, and it's not exactly my case. I can appreciate, but to make, yeah, this one is a good one. So, but you see, this is a style where we really sacrifice the image texture. So this is why I don't like. I like for certain effects. So like it's very cool in the pants, the trousers, but not so good for the rest, depending on the approach that we want, right? So I want something more like this, so we need to preserve the so more. Okay, gonna crash again. Yeah, so we can anticipate the misery, and right. Well, maybe not. Hold on. Well, where's the chat here? Okay, now it's crashed. Fine. I tried to re-render. So going back soon. So we're gonna stop now this rendering thing. We're gonna go for the rigging stuff. So let's see, am I back? Yes. So There's an error here. But I think I'm streaming. I see myself streaming. It's just I have a message here of error. But okay. So folks, I cannot continue this the compositing here. The rendering is just too consuming. I've tried many things to prevent, but here I have this. You see, this is already composited with the principal BSDF, and that very subtle results. But we have the lighting, which is exactly what I was wanting. So shading on the eyes. No, there's some things here incomplete. So let's go for some more basic rigging stuff and see what we can achieve. So basically I have this to-do list. It's another crazy tweak I keep spine. So this is for a bit more experimental for me, but I think I maybe there's a chance that I do this right, this thing. And demonstration here, aim hand foot custom implementation. Yeah, so I need to improve this and implement better setup here. So here this is just for the, yeah, so this is the EV, and this is the workbench. So I'm gonna do, so here, even though if I have the compositor, it doesn't bring the other scene there, curiously, right? But if I render, yes. So interesting combination. So yeah, so there's some buffering. I don't know what that means exactly. There'll be something like that. Anyways, folks, let's come here and maybe hide some of these elements, right? They are too close. And so what I'm going to do here is that the spine rig needs yeah, so this is a bit quite crazy, and what I'm trying to do, I thought there wasn't a group with some riggers or some crazy people about some add-on. I'm joking, great people, but they were discussing some features in regarding an add-on. It is the rig on the fly, right? So very interesting. So I have it installed here. It's free, but I can't use it right now because I do custom rigs, right? So rig on the fly, I have some space switching, I key F key switch, but it's very, you know, rigging and 3D animation, all this stuff, it's very personal. So all these solutions, maybe they are not usable in this rig just because I didn't rig it for rig on the fly with their own specification. So this is why I can't use it for here. It will break everything, but I know the principle, so I want to study. Maybe for the near future we can make something about that. And apparently it can do some reverse I don't know where would be, but reverse. So hierarchy, we can reverse a hierarchy, of course. Maybe this is the reverse F key, which I was trying to achieve in Blender. I can only do partial reverse F key, which is not exactly the same idea. So I don't know exactly what that is, but that would allow, for example, to swap the hierarchy in a certain, I don't want to do this now because I don't even know exactly how that will work. Change the hierarchy of selected bones following the selection order. Yes, it probably will give an error here because my rig is not ready. But anyways, the thing here is that in that group, so there's a Discord channel for this rig on the fly, there was someone doing animation and rigging. He's making an add-on, something like that, probably to be paid, that would something happen to the mouth of the character. Looks like the material of the lips have gone. accidentally deleted. Okay, accidentally changed, so just lipstick here. The mouth interior have lipstick, so I don't know, which is probably a mistake, right? But that's okay for now. So yeah, now it's fine. So and there was something that really caught my attention, which is that he made a contraption, a scripting thing in down, that allowed the I key, auto I key, to not require connected parenting, and the amount of possibilities that this opens up, because connected parenting is very stiff, is ludicrous. So he makes something that, like, it's really something like Blender, a revolutionary for this puppeteering kind of rig, and he presented me some in some examples. So really, really intriguing, very powerful. But I think he want to, yeah, maybe he want to make a business with Blender. I hope that works, but if not, it will be probably most likely a paid add-on. I think that should be vanilla thing in Blender, right? Because that is so useful for out, yeah, so for, because I don't know, if you animate stop motion, for example, it's like you're not exactly a puppeteer, but you have really some easy controls of the character. And in 3D rigs, if they can't do, if the animation setup cannot provide any, sometimes the software, sometimes an add-on, sometimes the rigged model, right? If it doesn't provide any good features, like something more close to something, a lot of easy, accessible, and very versatile and very consistent things, right? We just lose a lot of time animating, posing, and then you go to F key, I key switch, I don't know what, click here, add a keyframe. Garbage. This is not like, this is completely Neolithic age of right. I didn't came for in the realm of 3D animation for that, right? Although if that is only what it exists, then okay, that's, we need to do that. But no, folks, this is 2025 and this is Blender. There are way more things that we can improve in the in this unspeakable, sometimes unthinkable things that can be game changer. So okay, so enough said here. Let's go to the idea here, which is that I'm gonna make an experimental, and yet another, although I haven't showed this too much. I have a tweak spine somewhere. Okay, maybe the bones are hidden, so let's just unsolo all. And yeah, there are some bones hidden. So there, you see that spine here. So I'm gonna save here and gonna save another iteration here, 120. I'm gonna break that spine, the tweak spine there, because I had a proposition that probably it won't work, but there is a slight chance it will work, and I'll try to explain what it is about in the process. Here, this chat here, we need to okay, let's reopen the chat here, folks. Hold on. Apparently my window top is not functioning. Hold on, it had crashed altogether. And I the shortcuts have gone. No, there we go. I was just confusing the shortcut. So sorry folks, let's go back here. So the idea here of this spine is simple. I have a setup here, so there is the auto I key thing, right? So pose options in the, not here, this is tools, right? Pose options is all this spin, right? So click right mouse button, click somewhere and get this pin. So then what we have is we have auto I key, have the alt X, and also screencast key. See, here is not crashing anymore, it was the rendering, the compositing. So this is auto I key. We have the auto I key length, right? You see we change on demand, so I can do all sort of stuff. If it's just grabbing, but if I rotate, I can get the spine from anywhere. And if the chain length is too much, then we can, because the all is connected parenting, I can have this I key for all the body, even from bottom up to in some a bit awkward way. Let's see here. Let's reduce the auto I key length. So here I have some control on the hips, which is not supposed to happen in the regular I key bone constraint setup. And then here at some point I'll reach this, right? So you see the spine, actually whatever is up there above the hip or from the hip above is, above the hip is like F key. So this but below on the legs until the hip it is inverse kinematics. And but I still have the I key bone constraint here. And apparently that guy that I mentioned, that of the add-on, not Rig on the Fly, but the other who was making the add-on for the auto to work to improve the auto I key option, which only works with connected chains. He can pin the, he can do something that the auto I key option can't do on its own, which is spinning, like just the I key bone constraint does, right? So they do different things, one and the other, right? The I key bone constraint and the auto I key option, but they are combinable, and this is what I found. But for the head is very difficult to do. If place a bone I key bone constraint here, and just got an idea here, folks. Okay, so there is something about I key bone constraint that is very curious, and this is what I was going to do here, but I've just occurred me that I was doing wrong. So this is a principle for auto I key and for I key bone constraint. So in the case of the auto I key, it's more versatile. So the spine starts like this, curved, but okay, so it curves in that direction. But if I pull, straighten up, pose, and then turn back posing on the opposite or any direct orientation, I will get the curvature. So the same principle, similar principle applies to the I key chain of the I key bone constraint, but the I key bone constraint is much stiffer, so it still has the possibility of bending, but the I key chain for the I key bone constraint must start straight. So it's not like the auto I key option. That means that we're gonna crash again. No. Alright, so that means that if I want to try out a solution here with auto I key, there is a possibility that I can start straighten up the whole character from the original spine, which seems kind of bad for character design, right? Unless I offset. Oh, but that will be a nightmare thing. So I can, it is feasible, yes, because I can offset the deform rig from. Maybe I found a solution, folks. So okay, so all revolves in the combination of the auto I key option with the I key bond constraint, and the fact that for the I key bond constraint to have the flexibility of the spine to be bendable on all directions, on all the orientations, it needs to have a straight, so straight chain, so on the rest position already. So what I need to do here, because I can start by experimenting, right? I'm gonna straighten this other chain here. So maybe this is a mistake. Their parenting is different, right? These are not connected chains. They don't need to be connected chains because they will be affected in principle by only the I key bond constraint. So I probably could simplify this rig. Maybe I can unmake this rig anyways, but of this twig spine, in principle they are useful. So I need to straighten this, and of course this will make that the, so this is the twig head. Okay, there's another way. The problem is that the deform rig of the spine, they are probably parented to the twig bones. Yeah, deaf spine. No, they are parted. Ah, interesting. So alright, so we can do something different here. So we're gonna cheese here the system. Gonna straighten up the spine like that, and doesn't need to be totally vertical, doesn't matter, it's straight. And I'm gonna pick this chain here, which is not actually a chain. Yeah, I'm gonna select this color, or select by collection. Now this does not work, so yeah, let's hide this. So we're gonna get this, and this, and hold out the Control F key. So these are twig bones, right? Not I'm gonna Shift H that, and yes. The problem is that maybe the head is parented, the form head is parented here, but if that's the case, that could cause some problems. Yes, so let's not do this first. Let's see the parenting relation here. Where's the head deform bone? No, not here. The skeleton, yeah, so the head is here. So this is parented to, yeah, I've lost this feature here. No, not this. Gonna bring this back to here. Alright, now it is okay. Control F key head, so I can't have this. I'll have to bypass this into This is complicated, so gonna just parent this to this one. Yeah, let's bypass here. I hope there are no other things parented to this, but anyways, if there is, it's okay. It's just a junk file, experimental. So we're gonna hide this one. We're going to yeah, hide this, then gonna select this, and we're going to pause apply selected as response, because apparently nothing important is parented to them. So that means that when I do this applying reset, well, nothing happened. This is strange. Reset, no, pause mode, right? Pause apply selected as respose. Not working. This cannot be right, folks. They are not responding to. I don't get it. This looks like a bug. They maybe it's something about the auto I key. Let's just in case, right? Let's try this out. So I don't think this will work, but maybe they are so much constrained in some way that they cannot. No, this is completely bugged, folks. Let's try another. No. Okay, so there's no chance these bones or. So I have to do this manually. That's fine. So let's go back to the control. It's all this waste of time. That should have worked, right? There's no reason that I. So here we're gonna make some rotations here indeed. I don't want these bones to be changing their scale. So I think here bounding box can be. Yeah, the problem is that how do I change their. Okay, I know how, of course. So we need to. Be doing one by one, right? So align here, it will rotate and place it here. Get this one on the tail, align here. Okay, it is a rotation simple, then we can easily displace them like that, and in the end we'll have a straighten up spine. And this for the I key bone constraint, which will be led by this one. So what is the parent of this? Control I key head, that's right. So these are our parent to the control I key spine setup. Alright, so now this is happening because of course this I have some problems in the head, right? So, but that's okay. The I need the auto I key. Alright, so you see that the spine is very bizarre there. It's not following up, and this is one of the problems that I might face. So let's see the okay, so the deformed spine is being dragged, right? Because it has the Control F key targets. Yeah, the twig spine, they immediately stretch to the twig spine, right? So um, so this is the problem, but I can probably counter all that. But I don't understand. Oh, there's a copy transformer, right? Alright, here. Alright, so of course the spine is displaced, the deformed spine, so it is offset in a horrible way, because these bones should be matching, but then it's offsetting and it's not, right? So in order to fix that, I will first, let's make the I key bone constraint here in the crudest, not crudest, in the typical way. Maybe it is not great, but so this one has a stretch too, but it won't. Now control I, yeah, so this can be contradictory. I don't know, so we'll turn it off for now. Then I'm going to Shift Alt left mouse button click, twig spine, so Shift I to active bone. So this will be the bone, the I key bone constraint. So we don't want infinite. I don't want a pole target, precisely because I want the flexibility of motion. And yeah, use tail because it is the conventional. And we see that immediately you're getting some dependency cycle, and this is because of some parenting relation between this possibly and control I key head, control spine. Maybe it's this. Yeah, I think it's this stretch to bone constraints. So let's isolate the spine once again. Sort of isolate, right? And then turn off all this. Yeah, just one DI key. And so okay, there's still problem. So maybe by could be the interaction of the parenting. So I'm gonna, just in case, clear parent for the control bone, and it seems that it's not good. So maybe this parenting, oh, of course, this is what's wrong. I forgot. This needs to, I need to change the parenting so they will be offset. This was about the destruction of the rig, right? So it's a different setup. So I guess just reparent to control I key head. And now okay, actually clear parent. We see that the I key bone constraint spine is working, except of course for some issues. This is because the okay, so this okay, let's do the following, folks. Let's keep offset here, pick this one, delete this IK bound constraint. We don't need this stretch too because they are not for this setup. Control Alt C will clean out all this stuff. We're gonna do here on tail, Shift I to active bone. We don't want this copy transforms. We want use tail. No, we want the IK bone constraint until the, it's hard to see where, oh, it doesn't need to go there, it needs to go there. All right, we got some issue, of course, and this is because this bone has some wrong parenting. No, this parent seems to be all right. Oh, it has some bone constraints which are all inactive, so this shouldn't be causing any problem right now. But the parenting, oh, I know what's going on. Maybe we have, okay, let's see the parenting for this. Control spine 0. Oh yeah, so let's change here. Maybe it's this parent. Let's get here, yeah, just in case, parent this base to here, yeah, to the, okay, we still got some problem, and yeah, terrible problem. This is not actually, but you see the IK spine is doing some job, but IK bone constraints, but it's not yeah, so let's unparent this then. Maybe we get some, this seems to do something. The things on the head are because of features of the deform rig, I think. Maybe I have some wrong parentings. We'll check here some facial bones. Actually, you need to check the, yeah, need to check what is this movie. Okay, so this bone here is parented to the Control F key head. We'll just change this to the deform, maybe master, no, yeah, to the def head. Not sure this is a great idea, but alright, then some stuff about the hair. Oh, there's still this bone. Okay, this one. So gonna change these parentings here. Control F key head. Now we're gonna move this to the, we're gonna parent this Control F key head. Yeah, we're gonna change these parents to the, why not the deform head, right? Hold Alt, Enter. There we go. This is impossible to visualize, right? So we have some issues about that deformed structure. Now it's not working. Something about the, well, for this bone, let's just turn it non-deformed bone. There's, we can solve that later. This is actually not a, it's a setup that is temporary. So let's go back to the skeleton, control skeleton. Let's see here. Okay, so I've lost the control of this one. Is an old bone, so maybe this is, yeah, sort of unused now. So I have this thing, and here it's just moving the. Alright, so what I need to do here, I need to focus here, this, um, okay, so this, what it is doing is not doing the job, because actually this is the I key, both constraint, so we can move this stuff around, right? We see that this doesn't carry the deform head altogether, so this is what we're gonna change. So now what comes interesting is this bone is the master I key head, just as an arm, just as but so it can be pinned by default because of the I key bone constraint. However, I need it to be targeting this thing, which is the, so it needs to be a completely constraint. So while this spine needs to be constrained to, and I don't know why it is not straight here. Right, so the something is making it bend like that, which I don't know what it is, but what I can do, oh, maybe it's lacking a copy rotation, maybe. Okay, turn this off, then let's do a copy. Could it be that I got this wrong? No, so here will be indeed the yeah, let's say this one. So it's as it was, so I need to get it copy rotation. Okay, it aligns, but it doesn't bend the it's not doing the job. Okay, so this is a problem of the arcs, so maybe I can fix this with some limit and stiffness. So lock, okay, maybe we can do this. Limit X, maybe it's not limits, yeah, but instead yeah, so this will be a bit tough. I don't know, this might not be the way to go here. Yeah, so it's like I can't get the curvature of the spine after this rotation. Like the rotation, turn it on. Of course it rotates wrongly, right? It's bending the wrong way. Um, accidentally bending the wrong way, so this is a bit tricky. Let's see. This won't do much, right? So it's not nothing related to this thing. Is really the automatic way that it is rotating. So limit X, maybe we can. No, I don't think this will help, because then we lose the bending back. Yeah, like this could help, but it is. I see we still don't get it, right? So I cannot push it immediately, so this will just limit the curvature possibilities. So it could still be that this bending from the tail is the mistake here. So let's just yeah, I'll ignore those things now. So we're going to try to redo this, whatever, and so I have this. We're going to unparent this, clear parent. We're gonna tweak shift I to active bone. We're gonna do the same thing. I think it's just 5 6, I think it were. So this is no more I key. We can, yeah, 5. We can delete this one. We don't need this for now. This will be 5. Use tail, yes. So now this is the, all right, and now this will just copy transforms, and you see the spine is, so this will be pose space. So this is actually not a posable bone. This is now the, again, the master I key. So the only there are 2 problems to fix if I want that. Actually many more problems. So one problem, of course, is that this is not controlling anything. So in order to have this, I need to have this bone follow the auto I key. So that will be is relatively simple. So this, I even have some setup for that, but right, so if I use auto I key, you see we get the following, but the spines are not equivalently bending. So this is the problem, that the curvature is not matching, like they are doing inverse stuff for some reason. So here yeah, so I need to make pull target. What if I had the spine subdivided into multiple I key bone constraints for the pole target, but no, that will be a misery because then I would just not be able to. And also there is this strange, no, this is just when we, yeah, we go too fast it from one direction to the other, right? So it spins like crazy. But then we just pose slowly with shift, hold shift, then we can prevent some of this madness. So it's sensible. The other problem, of course, is the deform rig. Here it's clear that it is not working, and this is because this bone no, okay, this is not the problem. It's something about the head, of course. The eyes, they are not following, so it's something about the. Let's see, the eyes are parented to bone, but to which bone we can we see this? Parent object armature deform. No, there's not two bone. I was mistaken. There might be some eye bones, right, which are not. What happened to these? It's like they. Mysterious thing here. Let's see if some other features here are also not following. Yeah, this feature is not following. They sort of lost the. Oh, I know why. They are bound to a deformed bone that I've. Yeah, so I have to fix that. Thing not too hard, just annoying. So their waves were totally bound to this bone here, which they are. And this, so now I think, yeah, now the head is moving correctly. Well, not. Yes, this is moving correctly, but this bone here, I don't. This is an old setup. I'm just gonna delete this. Alright, so I need to have now the head master IK head follow this, because this is the master. It should even be bigger, but it doesn't matter. So this is the master IK, and this is the actually control IK skeleton. So it controls with auto IK, and this would control with offset spine with the, but it shouldn't be exactly offset. I need to be just. So if I want to pin the head, I use this. If I want to then they can offset. If I just want to rig everything, welcome. Yeah, GG, easy, welcome. Good night. Yes, how you doing, bro? So here we got the copy transforms bone constraint, which I think is. I was doing some more rendering, compositing today, but it was crashing my computer. Meus parceiros então assistindo live, manda salve para o LP em português. Ah, yes. Salve sim, perfeito. Bem-vindos, pessoal. LP tetos e o dom. Welcome, folks. Folks é galera, né, pessoal? Então, obrigado por estar assistindo e valeu também GG Easy pelo convite. E aqui a gente está fazendo trabalho fazendo experimentos em rigging, né, de personagem 3D, né, mais cartoon, mais pro lado anime, mas ainda mais estilizado, assim, mais no Blender, né? O Blender, que é um software, vocês devem saber, né, gratuito de computação gráfica. E aqui rigging, coisas meio experimentais, meio bizarras. E, e é isso, todo dia fazendo isso, nesse horário. Então, yes. Então eu falo inglês aqui porque é um canal internacional, mas eu ainda quero fazer uma versão, tipo, colocar a bandeira do Brasil às vezes para dizer, aqui vai ser só português, mas eu ainda não me decidi sobre isso. Alguma ideia, GG, o que tu acha disso? É uma coisa que eu vinha pensando, mas eu preciso organizar melhor. Top, irmão. Eu acho que isso seria legal, né? Tem uns ótimo, tem uns caras que fazem, eu não sei o nome de cor, mas eu já vi que tem uns caras brasileiros, né? Pessoal que faz tutoriais bons, assim. E é em português e os caras tá milionário de followers, né? De seguidores. Então, tipo, talvez minha estratégia tá totalmente errada. Eu tenho um outro amigo que na verdade ele é artista 3D no Blender, né? Rapaziada da brasileira é bem forte na bola. É isso mesmo. Gostam muito de modelagem e renderização, né? Eu gosto de modelagem, mas renderização não é bem meu forte, né? Muito pessoal na arquitetura também, né? Eu acho também no Brasil. Então, porque são as coisas também que dão mais recurso, né? Um dos problemas dos nossos atrasos econômicos aqui, né, é que a gente não tem muita produção, assim, vamos dizer, de desenho animado, essas coisas não tocam muito a indústria cultural que acontece, sei lá, em outros países mais desenvolvidos nesses campos. E aí a gente tem contato, tem ligações, tem estudos, mas não é Hollywood, né? Não tem nem Bollywood aqui. Bollywood é da Índia, né? Então aqui a gente tem essas dificuldades, né? Passam décadas e a gente ainda tá, parece que na mesma ainda, né? Então, yes. So here, how to solve this problem? If it is solvable, because maybe this is why I'm saying that it is be experimental, could be unsolvable. This is why you need to experiment here a little. So this, of course, I remember. I need just to get these copy transforms to deleted the bone. Right? So just got to this target here. Gonna enable here, target here. Alright, so now this bone moves in sync, well, not totally, but yeah, so it has some issues here, and then we can do this. That will sort of, but that will create another problem. Local with parent, unless yes, unless I do this. So now what we have is that we have a bone that is totally following, but no, I cannot control. Yeah, there is some control, but it's not great. Yeah, this will still move the head, so cannot pin the head from. Yeah, but we have some degree of control of the spine. maybe with some extra tweak spine we could manipulate that, like tweak spines from the deform spine, so in between, so really like rigify it down. But we can do this, this can be sufficient. It's not like this we need this to be doing something like this all the time, but yeah, so we can so now the only problem, as you can see, is this matching of the spines. So maybe if I try to copy some settings here for the inverse kinematics. Sim, a arquitetura é bem avisado. Eu penso até em fazer. Pode ser uma boa solução. Yes, valeu, irmão. Sempre vou ouvir na sua. Obrigado, bater um papo com você. Tenho que ir dormir porque amanhã tem. Sim, claro, claro. Já tá ficando tarde. Então, boa noite. Valeu pela visita, mas fica à vontade. Eu vou continuar fazendo essas lives, né? Tentar fazer mais cedo, às vezes. Agora meus horários estão meio ruins. Até breve. Um abraço. Yes, so this is a complicated thing. Can I match those things from here? So no stiffness here. So maybe this will be a mistake. So let's just reset here, take this off. So another way would be to stretch this spine, but this will be very complicated for the rest of the rig, because it will mean that everything else would have to change the rest position. So it can be very tricky. Okay, so there are some values here. We can copy paste these ones. Oh, forgot here. Yeah, so I've decided this long time ago, so apparently this will be beneficial. Just slight stiffness for certain but this won't solve the main problem, right? So here, no stiffness, there we go. And here there is nothing. All right. So because this is wait, now what happened to the no, I'm just looking. This is okay. All right, so I cannot bone constraint this to here. If we could do this, like, of course that will be nice, but like dump a track this or stretch to this will just create some problem, right? Because then the bone is stretch to the tail and reset. Okay, this it will create some contraption between the interacting when I try to do this, there start to have some dependency cycle. Yeah, that might solve itself, but it's dirty. So yeah, so here it doesn't know where to go because of the I key bone constraint. So unfortunately this is like I key interacts badly with this. So Twix Pines run maybe dump it track, but I believe it's the same problem. Because the rotations, they affect there. Ciao, this is ciao. Yeah, this is Italian or Spanish. So GGZ me ha invitado a esta live stream. Spanish. Ah, sí, 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 hablamos español. Y, gracias pela visita. Lips OL. Sí, sí, sí. Welcome. Então, and yeah, ciao, até. See you soon. Thanks for coming. So here we got. Feel free to come back in the future. I'm streaming always in this time during the weekdays, just the semana. So here, yes, dump a track. Then we got here, dump a track. More of these. Dump a track. So apparently this seems to alright, so maybe there are some dependencies. O Jesus falou que você era italiano. Yeah, maybe he said that. Talvez ele falou também que outra coisa. Aí achei que falar em italiano seria mais correto. Não, tudo bem, sem problema. Talvez ele ficou com essa impressão ou ele só tava trolando, não sei. Porque quando eu expliquei eu tava falando em inglês, né? E então pode ser confuso sem uma comunicação direta, né? Porque eu tô falando e vocês têm a chat que não é a mesma coisa, né? So, yeah, so apparently, então até mais se estiver indo. Obrigado pela visita. Então, boa semana. So here, continuing here, as you see, this spine seems to be working, but I'm sure this created at some point some dependencies. Find node component. This is something else. We're gonna save, close and reopen. Entendi, sim, eu sou do Brasil, mas eu tive uma experiência no exterior com minha família quando era criança, na França, né? Mas isso é só um detalhe, eu falei por acaso porque o pessoal tava falando em idiomas, línguas, e aí eu resolvi compartilhar essa experiência. Mas faz mais de 20 anos atrás, né? Então, mas não, aqui é Brasil, né? Brasil, sim. Brazil. So here we and it's very cool because é legal porque eu comecei a receber muitas pessoas daí, então agora realmente seria bom eu começar a fazer uma parte do canal em português, né? Porque é bem mais fácil se comunicar e se tá bombando, então fazer o que, né? Tem que aproveitar essa. E também, né, acho que vale a pena, né? Uma dedicação importante. Só que essa coisa da língua é complicada, porque Aí tem que, se eu quero fazer coisas internacionais em português e em inglês, eu tenho que fazer duas sessões. Até o, se tu sabe, Blender, o Pablo Velasquez, né? Não, Pablo Vasquez, né? Aquele do Blender, ele fazia isso, ele fazia um trabalhão lá do Blender Today. Ele fazia o Blender Today porque ele é argentino e fala espanhol e queria satisfazer uma comunidade hispânica muito grande, né? Acho que não só para a Argentina, mas do mundo todo, inclusive muito na América Latina e na Espanha. Então, aí ele fazia também o Blender Oi. Eu não assistia, mas eu cheguei a assistir uma outra vez para ver como é que era, mas era a mesma coisa do Blender Today, só que em espanhol argentino dele, né? Então, dava um trabalhão fazer isso. Agora ele não faz mais nenhum dos dois, infelizmente, que eu saiba. Mas era essa ideia. Então é esse um desafio, né, para quem é bilíngue. Pô, muito legal mesmo. Parabéns aí pelo inglês. Muito obrigado, obrigado. Tipo, falando inglês, tentando alguma coisa. Eu li muito, né? Li muito e eu sempre assisti. Depois que veio essa era do youtuberiana, né? Eu comecei a assistir muito palestras em inglês. E aí isso treina muito, mesmo eu não tendo convivido com, com o mundo anglo-saxão, praticamente eu vendo muito na internet, né, vídeos no YouTube, lendo também literatura, livros, né, literatura técnica, coisa assim, mas livros em inglês também aprendi muito, então, mas é tempo, né, e meu inglês não é perfeito, né, ele está cheio de problemas por falta de convivência, mas é tempo, né, se a pessoa vai se dedicando e tentando reproduzir os padrões, acaba sendo legal, né? Então, mas obrigado pela elogio. Eu acho que mas é isso, acho que eu preciso tentar fazer algo, já está mais que na hora de eu tentar fazer esse, talvez eu divida, tipo, vai ser o dia tem 5 dias úteis, mas de repente eu faço assim lives 2 ou 3 dias eu faço em. De repente eu pego o sábado também. Então, 3 dias em inglês, 3 dias em português. Aí fica alternando. Vou tentar algo assim. Acho que pode ser interessante. É bom conversar assim com o pessoal para dar algumas ideias de como realizar essas coisas. Aí eu não preciso ficar alternando assim, né, com preocupação, não. Agora é só inglês, agora é só português. Essa live é dedicada a esse público, principalmente, e essa outra é dedicada a esse outro público. Então, so here, folks, the problem, right? We were able to. Did I close and reopen Blender? Maybe not. So let's redo this here. Let's check the dependency cycles. Now this is line art stuff, and there are more junk going on. Geometry. I need this is just. Now this is widget add-on. This is some other issues. So apparently there's no strangely enough, so there's no dependency cycle. And we have there's some problem about the arms. As you can see there, the arms are not following. So this the parenting here is different. Yeah. So how to do this? In principle, these are parent to the control spine, just as this one. Now this is not even parent to anything. All right. So this can create some issue, but we'll just see here. we'll see, no, not here, but the tweak. This will symmetrize. Okay, let's see what madness this makes. Apparently no dependency cycle here, and we can offset. Alright, so just essentially just offset the, yeah, so here is the this thing that we got here, which is not very nice, right? So what we can have perhaps is just get some connected maybe this is not a good idea. Connected, well, why I'm doing this, just change here and connected, and this has no parenting for now, so because I don't know what to do with them. So alright, this is working, and we can offset and ludicrous. So oh, there's a problem, the spine is not tweaking in the, okay, the connected spine is not helping in this. Okay, let's reset here. Okay, so you see this spine is not versatile, because in order to be versatile you need to do this. So this is the annoying part of that, which can be complicated. We'll have to like double pose that. To do the reverse spine, the reverse curvature, I mean. But is fundamentally we can have the yeah, this we can have some, but this is not over because the head is not pinned from, yeah, there's still a critical problem there. What this is following, no parent here, dumped track, oh yes, it's the dumped track, but no, it makes no sense. How come okay, the is because of the stretch 2, no, the dumped track. Okay, so maybe we need the connected the disconnected parenting then. Disconnected, disconnected, disconnected. All right, and this one, so yeah, we can still try to do this. Yeah, let's do this just to keep things more organized here. We're gonna redo the I key thing here, so connected parenting. We are gonna, this is a dependency cycle, delete this one, but we keep the dumped track. Then we're gonna don't need this. We're gonna set the I key shift I key bound constraint to 5 and use tail. But also copy rotation to replace. Yes, can be pose spaces here. Alright, so got the offset, and we can tweak the spine thanks to this. So it's not a super good tweak, but sort of gets the job done. Then we have another problem, which is that despite all this, yeah, so this can only bend back if we remake the curvature in some way. But it's still not over, because we still don't have the head pinning from some other feature here. So you see, head is not pinned because wait, now it seems to be pinned. How is it possible? Okay, maybe it was just a little glitch, but interesting. So I've just changed the parenting and we got some pinning. But now of course we don't have the follow-up, so yeah, the rotation is fine, but usually we don't want this offsetting. So possibly here we need to get the some copy location. Turn this off. Right, let's try here. Okay, it's not. No, this is copy location, wrong. Copy rotation and local space, right? Which doesn't work, so yeah, it doesn't match perfectly. It would need the before original. Local with parent. No, not even that. So add. So no, it is the pose space replace. That is the still not working, right? So strange. This was supposed to be alright, so maybe this is useless, and this copy location probably even worse. So here is the oh, they are stacking. Of course, they're stacking stuff. Okay, let's try then. Copy. Okay, so this matches perfectly the rotations, but it's not posable, which pose a problem. So the way to handle that would be to have another bone just for, so shift D this, yeah, so you can make this one like the a mechanism bone for that. So this is like mechanism key head. We can then change the target here. Yeah, we parent it to this, keep offset. So this is a buffer bone. Now we're gonna change the target here to this mechanism I key. Yeah, already changed. So, and this has a lot of bone constraint. We just gonna, yeah, just make sure there's no driver here. No, delete driver. And yeah, delete all these. Oh, delete not all this. Keep the no, the bone, the I key is here, right? So exactly. So here we just delete. Yeah, check the driver once again. Okay, no driver, so I think it's Control Alt C, then just gonna Shift Alt hold mechanisms here, then copy transforms, replace and pose spaces. Alright, and now this is the alright, so it's matching the, yeah, this is another effect, so just a little problem. Okay, so the match heads, copy rotation that we don't want. Okay, so we don't need to be watching this, we don't need to be watching this, nor this. So it's just about these two bones, right? So here by posing them all together, which is something that we don't want usually, so it needs to have, yeah, so how does this work? This could be the, yeah, the copy transforms here, so this will make I've lost the driver. Okay, it lost its naming then. No. Oh, I deleted the driver. Ah. Okay, no problem. Let's uh, do it again. So maybe no, it doesn't appear here. So never mind. So let's just get this property here. Transforms. Copy the this value. Copy as new driver. Then go here. Influence paste driver. Edit. Gonna just make some changes here. Then okay, this still not sufficient to erase everything, so maybe we need it's almost matching, so something is missing here, like multiply by 1.1. No, I think it needs a scripted expression. Yeah, so there we go. So this will have no. Python restricted for security. Okay, so I have a problem here. Oh, here we got some mistake. Now is the same. Okay, we got some errors there, right? So slow Python expression. So yeah, let's just ignore that. So maybe not this one. Let's just get lembra do Crash Bandicoot? Eu vi esse jogo. Windroid, welcome. Bem-vindo. O que lembra isso? O bone aqui, o osso. Eu vi um gameplay desse jogo. Esse jogo é muito bom. Os gráficos tem umas fases que são muito legais. Tem um amigo que me recomendou assistir, que era fã, né? Ele jogava direto o Crash. Era o Crash e o cientista maluco, irmãos de sangue. Era engraçado as cenas. So here, vamos ver aqui, eu preciso desse copy driver, where's that? Não, não é copy driver, é só fazer algo mais simples aqui. Mais específico. So this one we're gonna bring the bound constraint. Então delete driver, vamos só reconstruir isso aqui. Vai ser target aqui, target aqui não tem conta-gotas, então é o nem sei o nome. Aqui Ctrl C, driver paste, y location, local space e var times multiplicar por é negativo var multiplicar por 1.1. É. Então, quando isso tá aqui, daí ele fica... Não é isso aqui. É o inverso. Então, começa com 1 menos var e eu preciso... Então, vou fazer aqui. Falta um pouco, então... Seria isso? Não. Bom, outro jeito é simplesmente mudar isso aqui para um pouco mais, 1.1. Não sei porque tá dando isso aqui. I don't know why this is. Ah, okay. Times 10. All right, this works. And does it need to go until that? We're gonna see right now. I want to keep things simple. Yes, okay, now this is working. So now this que isso vai fazer é, so this will allow us to pin the head or not. So now the head is not, it's pinned, and I can still have I key from, yeah, but there's a problem, which is the fact that the spine there we go. And we can pin the head. Yes, we did it. After took me many times. Yeah, there is some offset here, but we can easily fix this by just maybe get this and, well, no, this doesn't work because these are, okay, I need to connect it, so just need to get them close. So massive achievement here, folks. So the only thing that, yeah, what about these tweaks? These tweaks are sort of annoying, right? But it's not like we really need to be tweaking this. There'll be a easier way, so you don't touch them. Would be to have another, tweak spine, but you'll tweak the, it will be ideal, right? But probably I should be doing them, so like you have the control here, because I couldn't find other way to make this spine follow the original one, right? So here we got the deform spine, right? And what we got here is that these are targeting the tweak spine with a stretch to bone constraint. Yes. So instead of that, we could create some, the tweak bones there, which would be some sort of, like just some sort of, so it'll be the tweak spine for now, right? This is not super correct naming, so tweak spine is a secondary thing, yeah. So then tweak spine, we add a bone here. Actually, what happened? I'm in the wrong layer, right? Yes. Control Shift A, then I'm gonna scale this down. Shift Control Alt A, my shortcut for this. Yeah, this is probably not the best align with this. Control Alt A. Where is my screencast keys here? Control Alt A. Probably, why not? To expand there. No, that's, I think, yeah, for now this we leave like that. So just get there. Shift S, cursor to selected. Shift D. Let's give this actually a name for this bones. It is like tweak tweak spine. This already exists, right? Yeah, so instead let's make this control spine. Control F key. This is all wrong, right? So we're gonna change this. Find replace. Tweak will change for I key spine. Yeah, mechanism I key spine. Didn't, oh, I forgot the, okay, Control F2, bones, mechanism I key spine, right? Yeah, but you have to delete this. Just gonna copy paste this until we are done, and this will be mechanism I key head. Yeah, so because they are no more tweak bones, we're gonna change their color. This just a small change here, right? And we can make them no, not this, but this. Gonna make them thinner like that. Then no, not that much, just a little more like that. All right, then we're going to go back on our creative. So these are tweak bones, so this will gonna get some rigify color like this. So Shift D, Shift S8, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D again. Selection to cursor. And what about this one? No, this one is not necessary. Okay, so now we gonna have change the targets here of the bone constraint. Of course, this, the problem here is that I'm gonna parent this to the, yeah, probably parent here. they keep offset, so they follow the mechanism spine, but we can still will be able still to tweak body, right? Okay, it can be there. Where's the, yeah, we need the deformed spine. So when we move the, there we go, fine. So we need now to change the targets here, so it will be just like 3. Yes, this, aha, there we go. But it's just stretch, right? So there's go tweak spine target here, but 2, no, it's this one. Okay, this is the next. This is exactly the same. Well, there's a little variation, but this might be because of something else. So just stretch 2. This, reset. This one stretch to this, reset. Wait, there's a mistake here. So 4, 3, they auto update in the bond constraints, and as you will see, 001, this one is 001, right? This one is 002. This one will be 003. This one will be 004, and this one will be the head mechanism, key head, or actually no, mechanism. Why do I have 2 here? Copy rotation to, oh, because of the, okay, so this is mechanism key head. This is like map key head, whatever. Is this really necessary? Yeah, because I'm using this system to get this exactly onto the, yeah, because the I key is here, right? The I key, exactly. So alright, so there we have our some stuff are still a bit tricky, but we can get, like here for instance, I need to reverse the spine. It needs to, for some reason, I need to stretch from here to give the freedom. So Nike bone constraint without, yeah, and this of course it doesn't move the I key hand, so this of course is not supposed to be used for the moving the arm, although we can certainly do some shift X. We could probably do some, which is dangerous, but it is not supposed to be used like that. It's more like to pin the head, and this is pole head. Yeah, let's just see what that does. Probably is garbage. So I key bone constraint, uh, where's the pole angle? Where's the axis? I don't see the x-axis, so I think it's 90 degrees, not sure. So this is not good, because if we have this, then we just don't have, yeah, it can be useful then, but it's will limit. I believe this will just limit the bending of the spine, maybe. No, the spine is bendable. Yeah, so I have this sort of thing here, which but it's for all the body. It's like some sort of, is even gradual, or is it like everything moves in the same ratio? I think it moves in the same ratio. So this, why would I even need it? So I don't trust this too much. Yeah, it doesn't, apparently all the spine will get, so no, interesting, but I think there's not exactly, it's not a control that seems useful in my opinion here. So we don't need this bone. I'm gonna delete it. It doesn't add anything relevant. Right, then we have still the problem of this, right? So this is the problem because of the fact that this parent, this bone, yeah, it has no parent, so we need to look with parent so we can do this, which can be a limitation until I found an alternative to this. But yeah, so we have some drawbacks, but this is the best that I've done so far with the pinning head. So it's a proof of concept. It means that indeed we can combine the even the I key bone constraint and the I key chain with auto I key option with the head bone, which is nearly a miracle, and they can work together. And if we want, we can even yeah, we can pin the head, and there will be some offset, but there we go, we have some offset from F key. Yes, I'm using auto I key, that's true, but what is offsetting there is the spine from F key. Everything there is F key above the hips, and so the head is pinned, and but we can have gradual motion there. Of course there are some crazy deforms here that I have, so many motion here are not supposed to be done exactly that way, unfortunately. or maybe it's something, oh, it's something about the rig here that I didn't solve. So this is the question what we do here, because I think I have this control I key spine 00, so I believe I should just parent the tweak, no, not this, but this one. So mechanism, I believe I should parent to this. I have some, okay, I got some problem. Maybe it's old, it's about the driver that I've made. I don't know exactly, but let's parent here and see if nothing else happens. Apparently nothing else happens. Let's return here, folks. And so I'm about to complete here the switch. Okay, so this is something about the head, so it's not, it's auto solvable, so not critical. Something about the driver, I think, on the bone. Maybe some parenting that I've made incorrectly. What is this parent to? This shouldn't be a problem. Map I key head. No, this parent here. And maybe there are some bone constraints here that I forgot. So custom space, maybe there's something wrong here. No, the control I key head, what is this? Limit distance, no. Oh, maybe you don't need this anymore. Yeah, maybe, probably not. Yeah, I think we don't need this anymore. I have a better because now I have the IK bone constraint. So there's just these aim systems which might be nice, and I think they are not conflicting because this is just a, yeah, they will stack on top, so this shouldn't be a problem. Might be just a little tricky because we lose some rotation. Let's see now what happens to, okay, now we, but now the I key is compromised. No, I can still pin the head, right? That is right. Alright, and this is because of some other thing that is the bone that I haven't fixed. So we can pin the head definitively even with this larger crazy motion, and even from here. And okay, we can probably do some other crazy stuff here. Hold on. Yeah, just in case if you want to do something like that, but this is not, in principle we can do a lot more without pinning the head. The pinning the head is something very peculiar, so this is very cool to achieve some so this is happening on the whole spine. It's not perfect because these spines are, I don't have control of the direction of the spines of the spine, and it's pointing up, right? I cannot reverse it, right? But this is happening because the auto IQ option, because all these chains are connected by connected parenting. So this connects this and connects what is below, so they all are connected like this. So this is very peculiar. So you have all this. So but don't be confused, this is F key when I do this, and actually all of this is F key. Everything here is F key because this is the last bone in the I key chain. But what happens is that if I pick, for example, this control bone and the I key chain length is very, no, not this one, and the I key chain length is very big, then okay, it goes auto I key until the spine here, then it ends here, but then what continues down there is F key, except that we still have the pin here because of the I key bone constraint. So that will make the legs still work on I key, but I key from the I key bone constraint. So there's crazy interactions, right? And even more crazy because we got now this the possibility of pinning the head in a way that is a bit limited, but we can. But it's still, the interesting here is that what I wasn't able to do before is that now the head, I have a, yeah, this is the aim, right, which is on the mend thing. So what happens is that here I have the when the head is pinned, I still have the possibility of posing the spine, the deform rig of the spine with the I key, but then I key from I key bone constraint. So this is not auto I key anymore, but it's still I key bone constraint. So here I have to try to have I have a little limitation here for bending in the other direction, because this is something that I need to, yeah, so here, so this is, maybe I can do the reverse if I just pose the tweak bones. I'm not sure. Let's see. No, so we can't have this, the tweak bones, they are lower hierarchy, but we could do something if we don't really want to change the, we could do this. Yeah, definitely we could do this. So in this way you don't need to, but it's dirty, but it gets the job done on some, so then we just reset. So that's how crazy it gets. This is quite advanced rig, but I intend to make some big tutorial on that at some point. Right now there is little to do except keep experimenting. So here to improve this even better, but there are limitations, of course, to the limits in the way I'm doing this, because it's vanilla Blender, right, folks? So there are some, always some limit. I don't think it can go much further than that without scripting and some other way more advanced tricks. That, not that scripting is necessarily advanced, it's just another art form, right, if we want. So that I have zero experience with, well, 0.1 experience maybe. So let's see what's next here. No, is there nothing next? I just want to do a little more compositing before it crashes, and here we got what is, I just need to, sorry folks, it is the this list, to do list, right? We don't need this crazy, it works, and then this aim hand foot that I need to revise, but yeah, this is too late already. So we'll go back to the compositing here. Just gonna try to get a cool pose here, folks, and that will be the end. So be aware that if it crashes, it's done. So I'll just leave a message here. In rendering, it's over for today. Good night. Goodbye. Yeah, this I need to place it. Okay, so now no one will miss this. And let's see what we can do here. So we have double scenes here, but one is linked. So I just got some interesting pose, more or less. Can reset this one. Why the spine is like that? I don't get it. But oh, because I need the... Okay, stretch the spine here. Do some other thing. Alright. These bones seem to have been disconnected. Yeah. Sometimes this happens. Okay, but that's fine. And here we can... Yeah, I have too much stuff appearing here. Why? What is this? Giga axis here. I think it's the... We're gonna hide. Okay, it's not the armature. It's not the hair. Oh, this is the... I know what is it. It's the mouth. Some arcade top. Alright. So, got this back. Let's see here. Let's... yeah, I'm not gonna bother with facial expression. Maybe just some mouth expression here. So just get the control face. No, mouth. Also this mouth. Let's change here. Don't need these bones. Too many bones here, right? But that's fine. My widgets are all messed up. Some of them at least. So somehow the arcades seem to be not functional. Have to revise this. Long time no see the mouth rig here. And of course we can... Oh yeah, the drivers are broken. So I need to augment their influence. Yeah, that's it. Alright, and some other fixes to do here and there, but that seems nice. So let's go here and something about the neck. Alright, then we got this angle here. Let's go to the compositor and let's see, render this. What is all this lighting there? Strange. Looks like they are overlapping. There seems to be some transparency that is currently going on, that some very crazy, wow, that's very beautiful. There seems to be some transparency in the going on in the hair. Why only the hair? Oh, of course, I have some translucent. Yeah, so this BSDF, principal BSDF, is doing miracles here for the effects here, but I need to fix this shading there. So let's go back here and shading, and let's get here. Let's go to the material of the hair. Something I've done about this translucent, I think. Yeah, have to test this out, but on the, yeah, let's do this. Oh, it's physics. Alright, so I don't see the shader effect there, so it's maybe it's just the positioning of the, oh yes, the physics might be different. Okay, let's try again. Compositor. Okay, it's crashed, but my Blender still works. I mean, my graphic card didn't, just Blender crash. Nothing. Okay, so it's not willing to, I think it's over now. Sadly, because it was getting quite nice, but here, okay, let's I don't think I can do anything. Let's see if I turn this off, is there's any chance I can still render that. Okay, so you see, it was something, the shader of the hair was kind of crappy, was mixing shader. I think the translucency was, so this can work, right? It's not like, yeah, so it was the translucent shader. Need to be careful about that. Maybe this is what was crashing before even. So I believe I should bring this like this and ignore this. Let's try now. And I'm gonna save here. We're gonna get it back. Yes, so this work diffuser, and it's very beautiful, right? So you see there's some intersection that is not good. Let's bad physics of the bones. So in this case we can just get here and get the physics layer. Just let's with auto even let's bring this like here. Alright, then let's go back. Why not? We can pose some fingers. The idea would be to have pose assets for the hands and the fingers, right? Okay, but that maybe I even should make these widgets a bit larger, right? But alright, let's save here. Let's even save a backup here, and let's go to the compositor and get, yeah, I don't like this thing, but otherwise perfection, because I want to render this for some memory, or yeah, for something. So maybe I should just try to take this off. But I've lost the camera now. Okay, so let's go back, and then I should start to compare, right, between the BSDF shader. And so let's first save this as a tree. So this is compositing render workbench with EV. Here are just two render layers, and they have the alpha over, which you can, so more workbench here or more. This is actually working well for some crazy reason. But anyways, this is still better, right? So, and this is the radical one. No, this is not the radical one. This is the radical one. And of course, this is the CGA technique. Very nice if we, yeah, used for certain lighting effect, right? But yeah, super nice. If even that is like, we can have a lot of these variations. And here let's try this other switch. Now this is very subtle effect. There's some harsh edge there that I dislike, but yeah, well, nothing to do here. So you have to just try to, yeah, so it's hard to decide, but I think this warmer one here is just slightly better, more lively for this expression. Yeah, so let's just render here and save that. Yeah, so this is like next level. You see there's some shading in the eye, even the simple, that simple is like organic, right, to some extent. So let's also save here, and yeah, this is just a variation. So folks, thanks for watching. So we have done some rendering rigging as expected, and there is way more to, but this is just the beginning. I've just learned this, how to make this thing better, and there will be, yeah, so the results are crazily insane. I cannot, there's just too much work to do now. So lots of characters, scenery, we can render sceneries with image texture, it's a lot of cool stuff, sometimes procedural. That's it, folks. Blender, the 2025, soon gonna be big stuff. It's already, right, folks? Take care and happy blending. See ya any weekday for now, and see ya, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe if possible. That will help boost this sharing of stuff. See ya, folks, and take care. Enjoy.